Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure. This is the old Transport Fever 2 Metropolis, and we're at Alpha Complex because it's a lovely place to start, and because it's where we're going to be starting our adventure today. And, well, let's not muck about. It's going to be the entire adventure today is coming out of here. Last time around, we built a magnificent bubble line. Would you call it a bubble line? Commuter line around the perimeter, the interior perimeter of the Dystoburbs. That's the dystopian suburbs, if you want to go formal with it. And it's there. It's something that was built, and that's semi-dramatic. But today we're going to run stuff on it and try and make it look completely less horrible. Which is, I mean, that's what's new. Yeah. Right, I thought we'd kick off by just watching this train leave. I'd set it up so it was supposed to come in right at the end of my preamble, but it didn't. It was a good 30 seconds late, and you just kind of go, after you can't run your own trains on time. It's a pretty poor state of affairs. But there you go. I should point out, actually, that the horn situation has been improved. Oh, yeah. See, some people who actually do something worthwhile and create mods pay attention to my humble videos, and when I start griping about stuff, occasionally they go, "Oh, I'll fix that for you." So good job, well done, well played, love it. I could quite merrily watch this go the entire distance, but I won't because we've got a lot to do. So if we look at the route that we have, we come out of the complex here and we go, well, one way or the other, basically. We either go, let's go clockwise. We stop off at Night City. We then stop in Xeris before heading around the top end to Gallifrey, and then round and down and back in again to Gaslands, before we hit the high times of Gaslands Central, I guess it is, before then returning to Alpha Complex. Now, here's the question. This is something I was pondering just now. Is that's a 5-6 station stopper, right? So you're 1, 2, 3 at the top, 4, 5, and then 6, I guess you'd call it, with Alpha Complex in the mix as well. That's enough stops to warrant running trains in both directions. Now, it's only a single platform at this end, so there will inevitably be some queuing. But my original plan was just to run it one way. But you see, you're going to get a bunch of people get on at Xeris and not get off until Alpha Complex, and all those good reasons, you know. Yeah, I think we're going to upgrade and make it two-way. All right, well, let's get the track laying done first. I don't want to spend too much time on track laying, but that's something fatal that people say to themselves just before spending an entire episode track laying, and off we go. I think we'll do most of this as we go, but I was a smidge concerned about this opening section because there's a lot of business going on here. A lot of business. Yeah. Anyway, so it's a break from the norm, today's episode. What I've been doing so far this series is built something ugly and then made it less ugly while you weren't watching. And I thought, you know, just to make a change, we'd make the less ugly while you were watching. Right, let's pause on, because it's bulldozing time. Now, we can't go overboard on bulldozing because I haven't got a massive amount of money. I mean, as much as I can pause the game and the money will occur. Right, got to get rid of that. Was unsupported bridge, that one. So we'll plumb it back in. But now's the perfect time to do so because we're not actually running any traffic on here yet. Right, now then, do you fancy? I don't know, just that. Oh, one of those might be quite nice. Okay, or not. I don't know what it's colliding with. I hadn't really put anything. Oh, invisible bottom and this kind of caper. No, I don't mind that. I think it's wrong, but I don't mind it. Let's just try option 2 here. Try a bit of that. That's the ticket. Obviously make it green, and we're in. Okay, good. Right, chosen. Splendid. Yeah, I don't want to spend too much time track laying. I want to spend most of the time on improving what I've built so far, and it's already gone skew-whiff there. You're going to have a tough time getting a bridge under that as well. I think it's this The nice archy pillar that you like there is no good for this situation. Right, try it again, but, you know, better. Just do something simple and robust. Okay? Simple. Robust at the same time. There you go, give me that. Right, now let's try it again. I bet it collides again. Oh, yeah, look at that. It's colliged again. Like it did like... No, just... Well, that's down to the angle that you're trying to make this work at. Also, this tunnel doesn't connect to anything. Oh, well, in which case, I'm a long way from caring. Right, get rid of that. And this. And what's this hole in aid of? I couldn't tell you. Right, let's back up. Oh, yeah, see, we're apparently we're staying here today. Right, Phil. Well, that's a radical shift. All right, well, all the colours changed there all at once. Fine. Yeah. Okay. Right, good. Don't stop doing that because you're about to make stuff go downhill and underground and what have you. Let's get rid of that as well. And we might as well get rid of this at the same time. Oh, get rid of the whole city at the same time, why don't you? Don't tempt me. Right. Not massively keen on that, but it kind of works. Right, so what we need here is a major road that will go under the... No. You've got these two bridges that need to come down and do their thing. Well, let's encourage them to do just that, shall we? Right, you, hello, come and do some thing. Whatever that might be. I know, I'm incredibly urban. Or urbane, at least. Right, give it just... What are you trying to accomplish? Now, if I were to cut a groove here and use a little trench to go as far as Station 1. Now, this is something I've considered having... I can't remember whose screenshot/video I looked at, but they've got a sunken station. Oh, it was one of the fail brigadists. It had got a sunken station round here, and I was going, this would have probably saved me quite a lot of faffing around with elevation, is if I'd gone... No, don't bother trying to make it reach the altitude that you're after. Instead, just make a sunken station. So not a full underground job, but one that is its own elevation that's lower, and then you don't have to worry quite so much about trying to meet the right height. Yeah, should have thought of that beforehand, but I've thought of it now, and I'm nicking it. So there may well be a sunken station turns up as part of today's menu of delights, but we'll see how we get on. Now, I like that. That's certainly something. The question is, though, will I get a road over the top of it? Get rid of this. Yeah, I know. I already said that I can't afford to spend too much money on everything here, but I'm now spending too much money on everything. See, that's a ruddy delight. Now, there is more road that could be deleted there that might make for an easier junction, so we don't have this egregious slope, and the train will get underneath. Okay. Yeah, give me this. Get rid of that. Because I reckon that might be enough to sort it, you know. Oh, it's not far off. If we now pop a wheelie there, how egregious a slope are we talking about? More than you want, but it's not hideous. More than you'd want, but it's not hideous is exactly what I was aiming for. Right, okay, right. You continue going around up here. Yeah, keep going. Just press on. It's not going to take this long all the way around. Actually, I haven't done a survey, so it might take this long going all the way around. Yeah, don't forget that you've got to then turn this bridge into double track as well. One step at a time, Tiger. Yeah, we're going to be at this all day. This is a major mission. This is not something you're just going to be able to knock out in 45 minutes and go, oh, there you are. It's been a delight. No, you're not going to be able to run that pony. Right, keep your pressure on going that way, and then make the roads coalesce with what it is that you've opted into. Now, I think you've probably got enough room to make a connection there, and if not, you could probably make one there. So let's have a look. Now, these roads are far from being, utterly essential, but they are needed to make those external connections, which is what will help the town continue to grow. Okay, so I think if you were to bring... almost. Yeah, can we? Yeah, you can if you do that, but you end up with La Slope Egrigierx at this end. Is it though? How egregious are we talking? Very, very egregious. It's like one step beyond tolerable. So I think instead, if we just do this next bit and get our pillars in, right, turn you into not quite as steeply downhill, but still a little bit. No, you're going to need steeply downhill. That sounds like Steely Dan. There was a Steely Dan joke there that I could have made. Yeah, that's something that very few people will understand who are under the age of, I don't know, 40, 35. 45. What you've built here is exactly what it did the first time round. You've not improved anything. Arguably, you've made it worse. Yeah, you just want this on a continuous downhill to reach there. Now, we could take the track underground a little and then bring it up the other side, but I don't want to be, doing wobbly, bouncy track, what about heading over here? Is there a facility over here for something a little bit delightful? No. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna have to come up with something. This is not that complicated. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. Yeah. If it doesn't comply first time around, delete everything. Go back and get rid of stuff that was fine, and see about making it finer. See, you're not a million miles off living the dream there. Okay, well, just start pumping it until we get closer to the dream. You're going to end up with something remarkably similar to what you had a moment ago. There you go. Right, there. Actually, that's not... Talk to me. Egregious. The aim in this series, at some point, will be to methodically destroy a city while relaying it in the process so that I can map out streets in perfect accordance with my own personal desires and preferences. We're not there yet. No, we've got a little way to... No, that's not gonna fly. Try that. That's not good looking. No. Try this and then that. That is good looking. Okay, right, and then you've got to do this side as well, which I'm pretty sure you had this with that there before, which obviously we'll change the colour of now so it matches the other side. Yeah, I'm on a green motif today. I mean, personally, I'd stick another pillar under that. Maybe if you go with some of that and a bit of this, it won't look quite so strange and odd. Well, strange and odd. Or if you do the under-supported one, that looks better, yeah. Now, that would be too low, this side, would be interfering with my electrification, so we'll leave that alone. Yeah, I know, I could have been there 5 minutes ago, but I wasn't. I wanted to poke different ideas to see if any of them shook anything fun loose, and none of them did. So, that's that story. Right, anything else need hooking up? This one still needs hooking back up again. We'll just change the path that it's following. Give me the bendy road. We'll go out that way a little. That's as good a junction as any. Yeah. It's not good, but it's serviceable. And by not good, I mean I'm putting very little thought into these road junctions other than, is it doing what I kind of want it to do? And that's one of the things that I want to do when I do the city rebuild, is actually go, right, put some thought into how these junctions are going to play out and actually do it properly for once. Right, okay, let's kill this station. Yeah, I know, after all the effort of... Oh, apparently that's caused dilemma. Oh, I must have put the route in. Oh, well, it's okay. It's no big difference. I'm just putting in two platforms instead of one. Make it the speed high, please. I think it was actually 80 metres rather than 120. We're only running tiddlers around here. It'll be fine. There you go. It's inherited that quite nicely. We'll have to review the route, though, because it will probably be picking up the wrong platforms to stop trains on. But that's okay. Right, and then obviously we're going to need a secondary connection over this side with the associated road in order to make that kind of sensible. But that can just hold on. Let's try and get this to the point where we can sling some train up it, and then we'll go from there. Now, you're going to need to delete all of this. Yeah, I know. Look, if you're going to gripe every time I remove a bit of track, this is going to take us we're going to be here all day. Okay, so, right, stick a bit on there. Yeah. You can work round and snap to this. Can it? Well, okay, maybe not, but it can come around here and do that bit. That drops us to 56. Yeah, but that's 56 miles per hour. We're not in kilometres these days. We're in miles, which is... so that's quite a bit faster. Okay. Or it's certainly fast enough for my purposes. Right, moving onwards. We're just in the avoidance of hideousness at the moment. If there is time later on, and if there isn't, I'll do it in my own time. We might go around and decorate a little, but we might not. But we might. Okay, so both of those things are and aren't possible at the same time. It's like Schrodinger's decoration. I both will and won't decorate in a manner that you may find agreeable. Right, I guess we've committed to double track then. What do you think we've been doing for the last 10 minutes? I was just checking. Totally redundant of you to check. Keep going. Right, okay. Before we press on any further, let's talk to this station, because you are almost entirely orchestrated towards me doing something like that. In fact, you are entirely orchestrated towards my doing something like that. No, it's not tidy. It's another one that's a candidate for, make it better. I want to just deal with the worst of it. And that's mostly where we've got level crossings that are anything but flaming level. We could call them crossings. I mean, that would be a description. Okay, right, now we're moving, now we're rolling. And I think when you've got a whole bunch of stuff running up and down here, or at least you've got 4 trains in the shot at the same time, people will go, oh, yeah, they will. What's going on over here? Well, I think what you've done here is you've put in a bit of road. Yeah, sure, take out all of it, whatever. That's designed to come round here and look attractive, and it just hasn't quite finished the job. Why are you switching tracks? Because that's the end of the line at the moment. Right, okay, fine. Yeah, you're going to plumb that bit of road back in again. I mean, it's not that you didn't need it. It was just mostly that you didn't know where it was going. You want this to hook up onto there, don't you? Well, I reckon we'll get a bit of road from here that will go underneath all this track and end up there. So let's put in the last bit of track that we need. Coming through. Right. And if you were going to do a sunken station, this is the one to do. All right, that's going to be the major operation, I think. We'll put a sunken station and we'll rebuild some of the roads in the area to actually make it sort of, No, they don't know. You're going to have to show them. Well, okay, yeah. How does that feel to everybody? Pretty bad. Good, that'll do then. Yeah, right. Okay, so the reason for choosing this one as a sunken station is because it's got a big climb on both sides. And I recall having fought this big climb when I built this originally, and therefore, perfect candidate. Right, okay, right, same goes for you. We've already got an underground approach, you see, so there's no real... get this tree out of my face. No real loss or gain to be had in changing that up. Just give me that... Sorry. No, your house was in the way of the underground. Right. Is there another bit in there? I don't think there is. All right, go one further. There you are. Okay. Now, right. Okay, so, and then we get rid of this, because there's nothing in there particularly. That's £1 million. Get rid of it. Are you sure? Yeah. And this side as well. Okay. Right. What about this? That can hang on a moment. Right. Where are we coming in? Right about here. Okay. Actually, you're going to want to back the track up a little bit as well. If we haven't got to make it up this high anymore. Yeah. Problem there might be this lovely, horrible tunnel that you just built might end up being useless. That's a mean thing to say about it. Right, give me this. We don't want to take it down by a massive amount, but we want to take it down by a bit. Okay. Alright, well that's a bit. Alright, try a station in there and see where it flops. Yeah. Now, a useful mod for me to fish up here would be some kind of underground, overground connectivity station. It's not going to be an underground station. It's going to be, it's just going to be subsurface, sunken. I've said it before. I just said it again. It's a sunken station. Okay, now the challenge then is going to be, you know, getting the entrances mapped out in a fashion that allows me to actually connect it up to anything. But that's a problem for a couple of minutes from now. Right, let's smooth everything by the side. Oh yeah, that's how we'll do it. Yes, that will work. Probably. Yeah, probably will. Right. Have you done enough? Or have you done too much already? I might have done too much already, but let's just keep going. That's it. Now it's started going the other direction, so we'll smooth that back out again. And the track should come in there. Presto, changeo, no problemo. Hasta luego. Alright. Let's see how we've got on. See, that's not so bad. Yeah, this tunnel's about to go bye-bye, though, isn't it? Yeah, still not so bad, though. Okay. Alright. Yeah. No, alright, I take it back. It's not a major operation. This one is quite a straightforward operation. Tunnel's not about to go bye-bye for some reason. That worked. I'm surprised, you're surprised, we're surprised. There you go, conjugating the verb to surprise there. What sort of surprise is a verb? It is the way I like to use it. Alright, there you go. Well, that's one of the ugliest things I've seen. Yeah, but you've seen so many ugly things. How do you even gauge that anymore? Right, keep this going. Actually, if we do connect up to there, what does it do? Doesn't tell you. Okay, I'm going to assume it's going to need to go downhill, you know. Try and keep the speed to, yeah, 45 plus is about right. Okay, you will be bulldozing this, you know, if it doesn't hook up. You're running our good friend Too Much Slope a merry chase here, and you might not end up on the right side of the equation come the end of the chase measurement scoring board effort. Okay, now, well, try it first. Yeah, okay, trying it. Well, it'll do it. Okay, right. Well, that means I can delete all of the track that's there now, because I think we might be able to get a slightly more efficient route. Part of me recalls that I had to bulldoze quite a lot of that because reasons. Oh yeah, reasons. Yeah. All right, go. Come on, get God. I'm holding the shift button. It doesn't. It's not interested. You mean I'm going to have to do the target from an alternate vector? Okay. Well, I will do. I'm more than happy to vector around to find an appropriate target. Now, which side do you want this to be? First one it talks to, I reckon. Outside? Yeah, outside feels better. There we go. Right, the red lozenge has delighted itself again. Switched itself off. Yeah, but I think delighted would be a better word were it not for the fact that the word delight exists. Yeah, fascinating conversation, that one. Yeah, let's explore that topic some more. That'll keep them riveted while you're doing nothing but basically building exactly the same thing you did last week. Ah, shut your noise. Right. Here we go. Right, we're up onto the next station. And what are we going to do here? Well, part of me thinks you could make this single track. Oh, yeah, because we've got this boulevard running along the top here. This is pretty much slammed in. I could get a second track there, but you know what? I don't really want to. It means putting a set of points in the tunnel. Yeah, we don't like putting a set of points in the tunnel, as you know, because putting a set of points in the tunnel never looks that great. But we'll do it because that adds another spacing point to the setup. Now, whether or not that's going to be beneficial is neither here nor there. We'll even use basic signals on that. You can use your modded signals. There's no problem with that. There you go. Yeah, you see? Yeah, there's the tick tick of, oh, I am very confused with what it is you are asking of me. All right, now you've got this sharp corner here, because obviously we've got to double track again from that point on. If we were to branch off here, maybe it will work. I don't like this corner. I caught a glance of it just now, and I went, yeah. What do you think? And if you look at it as you would drive it, well, you've got a bit of a hump going on there, and then you go downhill again. If you ask me, and I am doing, I think you can relay the whole of that and make it flatter. All right then. Yeah, I'm probably wrong. It could just be the way that the zoomy in camera works, making it look like that I'm needlessly going uphill and then down. But we may as well try it and find out, children. Yes. Okay. Right. Let's do that. Yeah. You see, it still feels like it's going. Does it not? Does that not look to you as though it's going uphill and then down? Oh, shut up, contour people. You're boring. It does. It does look like it's going uphill then down. Well, you know, pump that a little bit and see what you get. All right. That was me just using N there to take it down, which should flatten out any humpage that is going on. Yeah, a bit more. That's maximum. All right. Well, in which case, let's just remember this moment when we come to ride it shortly, because then we'll know for sure whether I was imagining things or not. I think you're about to take some people's houses out. Oh, no, they've managed to survive. Good. I didn't want to take their houses out because those are nice-sized housing plots to go on the edge of a really unsafe cliff that has trains running at the bottom of it, which then obviously cause extra vibrations, probably causing some subsidence and a little bit of cliff collapse as it goes past. They're going to have a heck of a time getting insurance, but frankly, it's not my concern. No. Right, we're here. What do you want to do here? Well, this one needs to be double tracked. Okay. And let's take that one out as well. I mean, I probably wouldn't even need to take that one out, but I have done, and therefore, you know, deal. Right, snap it onto there, and it will go straight in. You might go, wow, it's magic. And they go, no, I literally just took out exactly the same station, just with one fewer track. There's no magic involved there. Sorry to burst your illusions that you're watching some kind of transport fever sorcerer. No, that's not who I am. No, I'm a transport fever jester, and, you know, still in the court of the king, but serves a very different purpose. Often gets executed first. Right, now we've got an additional pillar going on there. That's no help to man nor beast. And frankly, any roads that get in the way at this point can do one. Yep, clear off. If you can't get with the program, then the program will get you. All right, onwards. Don't you egregiously pillar me. Don't you do. We'll go as far as here. Yeah. Oh, over the top of the depot. That's tasteful. Oh, come on. Sometimes it will change the pillar placement when you do a little bit at a time. There you go, like that. And everything then works out splendidly. Yeah, that's a word. Okay. Oh, the Dystoburbs gratuitous circuit. I was on form when I came up with that name. Now, we do need a merge here somehow. As you know, just like putting a set of points in a tunnel is a bad scene unless you're continuing the same tunnel width. Putting a set of points on a bridge is a bad scene unless you're maintaining the same bridge width, which we're not. Because you end up with this flipping odyssey going on in the middle. And this one actually isn't too horrendous, so I think we'll go with it. Well, okay, well, you've completed your loop. Next job, slap a train on it and see what sort of hijinks we get up to. All right, let's put some signals in. Not that one. No, that one. Yeah. Okay, signal. Yeah. We've got one way enabled already. We are going to have to remap the route because it's all got very confused. We'd anticipated that. Okay, so you're going to want one there. Let's put it a little further out. Yeah. And one. You don't want a signal there. Oh, yeah, because that's two-way track. That is two-way track. Now, all of this leads me to go, you're not going to be able to run that many trains on here, otherwise, because you'll likely end up with so much queuing, nobody's laughing anymore. No. The right amount of queuing, and everybody's all tickled and giggles. But too much queuing, and you just kind of go, that's not working. You've created a bad thing, and we don't outwardly seek to create a bad thing. You understand? We look to create something that is pleasurable, and may cause type noises. You've still got to put some road in here. Yep, will do. But what we have managed to do, where I will claim a modicum of success, is in not having horrendous level crossings yet. Well, I say yet. I think we've probably dodged that bullet. I don't think I'm going to put any in deliberately now, especially since we're on the avoidance of terrible level crossings moment. Now then, where do you want to put your next one? Well, your next one's got to go here. Okay? Thereabouts. Okay? Because anything coming this way needs to be able to clear through, and then we've already got a signal in the tunnel going the other way, because anything going the other way needs to clear through. Yeah. Actually, with two different stutter points, two different single track points, so whichever this is, which is that Gallifrey, Gasland Circus, and then down at Alpha Complex itself, those two single track sections, once it's bedded in, should make the trains space out in such a way that we don't get queuing. I might be wrong. It has happened. I mean, it doesn't happen very often, but it has happened. I've been wrong in the past, and therefore, we should evaluate that when the time comes. Right, let's fix the gratuitous circuit part 1. Because we're going to need a second gratuitous. I need a synonym for gratuitous. Excessive. Thank you. One goes one way, one goes the other. Right. We're going from Alpha Complo to the Gaslands. Gaslands. That's the wrong track you're looking at there. Gaslands. Thank you. Okay. From Compo. Yeah. Gasso. Yeah. That's going to probably be the other platform then. We're so far so good. All right, and Gasso Circus. Yep. Gasso Circus is single track. Yeah, up to top end, the Gallifrey Investment Centre. Quality. That's going to be the other track. Signs point to no. Okay, you should at least be able to get to the state. Oh, it has done. No, it just can't get to the next bit. Okay, fine. Then we meander. This is going to end up looking good, I think. I need to spend a little bit more time on tarting it up, but I think this may end up looking quite tasteful. All right, keep rolling. Round to Night City. Yeah. With Johnny Silverhand smoking cigarettes and saying rude things. Just classic Johnny Silverhand. Your track 2 as well. There you go. Fabu. All right. Okay. And then we need a new line that goes the other way. Will do. Right. Go from Compo. Yeah. Night City. And then a smidge of Xeris. The Investor Centre. And then Circus. Gaslands, home. That has done what we anticipated. Hey! Okay, we always expect things not to go quite as anticipated. The Dystoburbs, yes. What did we say? Excessive. The first one was a circuit. Yeah, well, this one will be a loop then. Right. Yeah. doing a quick mental check now to make sure that I haven't given that an unfortunate acronym, but I haven't. So we're all good there. Hook up the investment centre roads, and then we'll put some train on it. And then we'll ride the train, and then we'll go, oh, it's not quite right. But that's, that I have forecast this eventuality means that it's still working as intended. Okay. Right. Yeah, what's our minute count looking like? Our minute count's looking all right. All right, in that case, I can walk you through a little more than usual of my how to tart up an area using just a couple of assets and a smidge of moxie. Yeah. Yeah, putting an educational component. I mean, it's not necessarily good education, but yeah, putting an educational component into the show, I think, could work in our favour. Right. Let's. Where do you want to go? Well, this junction looks like the most likely candidate. Oh, I know what we'll do. Right, we'll do this likely candidate here. Yeah. Ignore the fact that that's £1 million worth of buildings we've had to bulldoze, and then put a regular on there. I don't like that angle. Come from here out to there. Don't you give me any of that too. Why are you like this? Could work. I mean, you wouldn't want to cycle up it, but it works well enough, given that this is not a, here I am bulldozing the town in order to make it, sing my own song. This is just a hook it in, make it work. There you go, yeah. Oh yeah, you clearly gave all of the attention to detail on that one. Will it connect up to that? No, it will not. No, it will not. So how are you going to make that happen? You've got another bit of road there. Put these two into a single bit of connection. It's going to look weird, but I just want I want the passenger connectivity. Right, the AI will do some of the heavy lifting in making that look less like it does now. Bit of smoothing, yeah. See if we can't polish out a couple of these sins. Yeah, okay. All right, well, that's arguably polished out a little bit. What's this road doing? Just something mad. I reckon we might be able to get a connection there. You're reckoning wrongly. You won't get a connection there. Do you want to bet? No, I know it for fact. It's not going to work. See? It's not. You're underground, overground. You're not free wombling. You're not any of it. You're just... It's just a horror story. Stephen King's currently writing a screenplay. All right, okay, forget it then. Yeah. That'll work. It'll work out. It'll work out. I mean, I think you're probably missing this bus stop here. It would be nice if that was a little closer. Also, this whole section here would be very much in line for a totally strip it apart and turn it into a 2-station complex, maybe with a tram running between the two in some kind of a circuit, Poirot, all of that business. Look, it's going to work for now. It's just, at some point you've just got to stop making excuses and just go and build a good track. Right, okay, where's my nearest depot? Well, that's a depot. Yeah, but that's for buses and whatnot, though, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, it is. Right, where's my nearest train depot? I think you'll find it's all the way up the road. Track. Oh, that's a very long way away. Yeah, and it's going to have to... Well, actually, it's not so much that I find it to be impossible to contend with. Will give us an excuse to ride over Jolly Red Bridge as well. No, it's facing the wrong direction, so it's going to get confused. You're going to have to put it onto the whatnot line before you can make it work on this one. All right, so we're just going to need to figure out somewhere in the vicinity that I could put a depot on that we could make that work. This corner, to me, yes, this is the wrong line, but it does end up in the right platform, except there is no way to get from this track over onto the other track, which is what you would need to do. So then we put a spur in here to make that happen. All right, we'll try and make it neat, at least. I'll try, but I mean, look, I'm fighting against, nature and gravity and all of those people here. What you want is something along those lines. Yep. Does it have any unnecessary lumps and bumps in it? No, it does not. Okay. That means you're building out here. This is a very short approach depot that you're going to be building. Well, I don't like that. No, I don't either. You could go under. You might be able to squeak under the track here, or pull off from here and do a bypass of the station, go under the track into a depot that actually looks serviceable. Okay, we'll do that. All right. Give me this. Keep it on the flats. Make sure it looks clean. It does. And then just something about that. Actually, that's not the worst idea in the world. I might change my mind on that in a sec. Right, off we trundle. Right, we're trundling. Right, now start going under to get under there. Okay. Yeah. This wouldn't be the first time. I built up. I think it was the last series. And where was it? Oh, Mega City 1. I built a very nice depot at Mega City 1 that went under the entire complex and then back up the other side. I was really rather pleased with that. I thought it looked quite good. That's good. Yes, it's nice that you've got a memory of things you've done. Well, I think that's arguably what memory's for, isn't it? Right, move you back up to the surface soon, please. Yeah, as soon as you like. Fairly quickly. I don't care about how fast your track speed is. What about a below ground depot? Well, I mean, there's limits to what looks good. This might look good. It might look okay. All right. Well, let's do it, and then I'll review it, and we'll have a think about that. But I just want to get trains running and ride on one, and I've got a queue of nearly four or five people who are hoping for very much the same thing. I have established a subsurface depot. It looks miserable at the moment. It won't look miserable forever, but it looks miserable right now, and that's okay. Let's buy a train, because I think all I can afford at the moment is one. Yeah. Whoa, hey, whoa. Just hang on. What's going on here? No, that's a different line. Okay, I'll allow it. Right then. I think this calls for a pacer. Yeah. They're a disgusting, horrible beast, but there you go. And also, because it's a little two-car job, 60 capacity is going to be absolutely ideal. What do these run to? 5.5 Gs a pop. I think we'll find that's 5.5 Ms. Yeah, okay. Well, that's fine. How many do you want? Let's do 2 and 2, and then we'll see how we go. Right. Okay. Slap these onto the excessive loop, right, and buy some more. Yeah. What are we talking? Pacers. Yeah. Okay. Stick with the same livery both ways. Well, you should. You wouldn't really have them in. You wouldn't have two competing networks going the same way around one loop. That wouldn't be done. Yeah, I know, but since when are there rules? Well, it's not that there are particularly, but it would just be preferable not to do it that way. And then once they're bedded in, I think we'll need more. I think we'll probably need 3 or 4 trains per side. Right. Is this our target? Yeah, let's ride the first. No, let's ride number 3. Okay. You know what you need? Signal. Yep. Okay, so we can at least queue up the next candidate. I will change this junction as well. Not now, but I will do. Right. There you go. Here comes our next one. Yeah. So yeah. It's a good looking model. It's very blue. I mean, it's probably authentically blue, but it's very blue. There we go. There's the first one. He's going along. I don't care about Utopia Planitia having its own sawmill. I just don't care. Next, please. Thank you. Yeah, you're our Huckleberry. The light's yellow. Let's go. I don't know if that's good or not. No. Well, clearly not, because we're not going. No, you've got some track rebuilding to do here. You could. I like. It's both, you know, a bit hassly, and at the same time, I quite like that you can't spot inconsistencies in your track and poor layout in your track until you ride it for real. It can look flat as you like, but you end up looking at this and going, But then this is the downhill section, so I mean, I suppose that's inevitable. Just waiting until we get the go signal, which will be into here he comes. We should have the go signal. There's the go signal. Right, slow it down a bit. Oh, brother, look at this. Well, it's consistent, but you're not... Nice flange squeal there. Oh, I do not like that. There's a reason people don't build bridges like that. And the reason is, well, look at it. Does that look safe to you? No. Okay, right, we're in. We're going. Super. Now, we only share this approach with the trains that are running these two loop lines. So we shouldn't have, once the spacing has taken effect, we shouldn't have too much of a delay. I'm quite pleased with the way that this station has turned out. You know, and the services running in and out of it. I haven't quite decided which my prime station is going to be that I turn into something super glam. But it ain't this one. This one is perfectly good and functional. But as I play more, I always go, you know what, let's have stations that do something different, right? So they don't just run 4 tracks, you know, 2 up, 2 down. No. Let's have some that come in and out and some that go one way and the other. And I think I picked up a taste for that in doing freight lines. So as you build freight hubs, you regularly build station lines that terminate, and whereas you've got others that are through lines. I think there's some goodness in there. Variety of behaviour is a good thing, I think. Yeah. Okay, right, we're going to stay going straight here, and again we've got a gentle uphill. The junction's fine. I don't tend to slip up making junctions that aren't at least flush with one another now. Well, you know, where both sides aren't flush with one another. Yeah, and it eases off, and I think we're going to lower back down again ever so slightly, but that could just be lowering back down relative to the land, whereas if you were to put a spirit level on it, it'd go, no, you're totally fine. Right, not many people want to come this way, but that's okay, because the train's full. Whereas quite a lot of people want to go the other way, and they're probably going to be a little bit out of luck, given that the train coming in the opposite direction is likely to be running full. Yeah, 2 people. No, loads of people wanted to go here. Well, good for them. Yeah. Less good for the train. Less good for the train. Also, these 2 lines, unless they are running full an awful lot of the time, they're going to struggle to make a profit. Because the distance travelled versus the crow flying, it's not that competitive in a profit sense. Train, and therefore I anticipate that this may not end up making me an awful lot of cash. But it's the kind of route that I wanted to do on this series. And if it does work out well, I'll build more just like it as we work our way around the map. Now, what I'll probably do here is put up some sound baffles or retaining walls or something along those lines, just against the cliffside, which ties it all together. When you start monkeying around with cliff sides in the terrain, it looks rubbish, a bit like that. Yeah, doesn't look good. And this tunnel entrance doesn't look good. You should have the top of the dirt. You should have the dirt flowing over the top of that tunnel entrance. Otherwise, you would lay the tunnel entrance a little bit further back. This is the kind of stuff you would build if you were going for attention to detail. We've only got 7 passengers on board now. And this bloke in the white shirt, he looks absolutely thoroughly miserable with his life. Oh, horn check. Well, that was worth it. Yeah. Okay. But I'll tell you what, 2 and 2, trains-wise, so far, not so much on the queuing apart from getting into Compo to start with, but that's because they were all coming out of the depot and heading there first. Yeah, the way to balance this out would be to watch all the trains in motion and see if where there is a gap that another service would slot into. I think as they wait at the signals, the gaps will start to work in your favour anyway, so that's not a bad thing. It's more about, can you run with a minimum of queuing? Yes, you can. Just run one train each way. Or go back to plan A, which was just to run one train full stop. Well, 4 or 5 trains, but all running in the same direction. I mean, it wouldn't work, but we've discussed that already earlier in the episode. Right, here's our Sunken station. Well, it's worked in terms of being able to pick up some people. We'll do a quick hop back here when we've finished this lap and see what sort of coverage it's getting and how the AI started to build things up. But using those little tiddly roads, if you look over to the left there, it does rather look like almost a pedestrianised section, that's quite nice. With a couple of nice shops, could be super. It could be, yeah. Okay, off we go again. Yeah. So where's the problem track so far? None of it's been horrendously problematic, but there is that section early on that could do with a second look, I think. And this is where it feels like you're going up and then down. Although, so far, going up now on level. This is level. Yeah. Train. Now we're going down. It's very hard to tell. Because the landscape moves up and down in isolate, you would need you'd need a spirit level just to make sure that you weren't, taking crazy pills. Anyway, we've got 23 passengers on board now. That's a little bit more promising. I still don't think... Yeah, definitely going downhill. I still don't think we're going to turn a profit here, although this station will probably be rammed. Oh, yeah, because the next stop is the main line interchange, which is going to get them all going, woohoo, that's the train I want to drive. You're going to go, ride? Well, you might want to drive it, I don't know, but it's the one you want to drive. Oh, forget it. No, that's all right. No, I'm over it. No, I thought it was a nice thing to say, but I've got over that now. Right, I think 2 people got off, and then we're gonna stuff a few more in. So the last station on the run is going to be the one that picks up the most passengers. I think the distance from the last stop, whether that's Night City or here at Xeris. Xeris is not the last stop, dude. Night City's coming up next. Oh. Well, to finish that thought, I think it's Gaslands and Night City. I think Gaslands and Night City are both far enough away from Alpha Complex that a full load of passengers coming from there would actually turn a decent profit. But if we're stopping and not many people get off at the next one, well, we'll see, won't we? And also, this is the first lap. There is plenty of time to build up passenger demand. And we will build up passenger demand just simply through the additional growth of the city. Yeah. Do you know what this game needs? And I don't know if modders could do it, actually. I suspect they could, but I suspect it would be a huge amount of work. I'd like to see green, yellow, red on my signals. Where yellow is indicating that, signals that work in a chained fashion. I mean, it doesn't need to be a functionally chained fashion, but in a cosmetically changed, not changed, fashion, so that it says whether the next signal is red or not. I think that would be good. I think it would be good for a ride along. Is it game changing in terms of overall, enjoyment? No, possibly not. This section here as well. This is a bit duff. With those 2 slopey bridges, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think you merge those 2 bridges into being one bridge. Right, so you make sure you've got that traffic panel together. Look, you've got a double-decker bus going over that one, and it's having to go up 30 degrees of slope. It's just not right. Train. Yeah. I'm liking it. I am liking the overall effect, which is fortunate given that, you know, this is what we've invested in. And are we queuing? We are queuing. No. Well, look at it. You are. Queuing is occurring. There's only 4 trains on here. Not an egregious length queue, though. What is it with you and egregious? I don't know, it's just a good word. Alright, okay. No, that's an acceptable time to wait for a gap. As long as it's no longer than that, which at this station, it shouldn't be. No, it would be if you had a train queuing from the other side as well, trying to get in. Yeah. What you need to do is look at it in a top-down kind of a fashion, and watch it over a sustained period to see what a performance is like. Anyway, in we come. As soon as we're in, we will have a look at what sort of money we've made off this. A nice, healthy number of passengers waiting, and I imagine some of these will transition. Some of the ones we unload here will transition onto that HST that's just pulled in, which is also cool. You getting off or what? There they go. Are all of you getting off? Wait for it. Yeah. No, one person stayed on. Right, what are we doing? 38 grand. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Yeah, it's not good. No, it's not. Because we weren't running empty there. I mean, we had one bit that we weren't running particularly full. But for the most part, oh, look at this. Get on the train. Which way are we going? Wrong way. You sure? Get on the train, just to be on the safe side. No, we're going straight. If we were going round to the left, this would be amazing, because we might see the humble sprinter outpacing an HST. But we won't see that, because we're going straight. Well, we'll look anyway, won't we? Yeah, of course we will. Right, there's the front of my train. And then over there, be ready with your pause button. Pause it up. That's the other loop line. It's going to be... Oh, no, it's over the other side of this lump. Ah, shame. Yeah. You wouldn't have seen it anyway. You know what you should do there? What I should do is hollow out the whole thing and build, if you know, a whole bunch of arches, so you can see through both sides at the other train. Yeah, that would be cool. It would be cool. Right. Now we're going to make a small drop here. What's it worth? We'll look at something else in a moment. We just made some free money there for no idea. But we made some free money, so yay, and what have you. No, it paid us, and then there was a time delay before it dropped the passengers off. Okay, so that's that one. What about coming the other way? That's about to make it stop. Let's have a look. It made 6,000 at this station. Ooh, yeah, but the big one's coming up next. Yeah, all right. Well, they're running. Yeah. Okay, up the tempo, and then let's have a look and see how they're doing on Dr. Profitron's chart of mayhem. Right. I think you're going to want to sort by name. Oh, no. Yeah, these two. Here we go. Minus 48 in a hole, and then 398 positive. So between the two of them, it's good. They are running just over half capacity. So once those numbers start ramping up a little bit, which they will do because that's how demand works, then I think both can break a profit. Yeah, they pay pretty well. They do pay pretty well. The Coastal Typhoon's losing you money. It's running under 50% capacity. Ooh. Yeah, that's new. Yeah, it is. Historically, that thing's been a money printer. Well, it's running under 50% capacity. It's okay, though. Once you set up, I think you might have cannibalized people jumping on to go from, what's we call it, Alpha Complex up to Gallifrey. Oh, yeah, that's probable. Right. or you've got passengers who are jumping off at Alpha Complex to jump on the local line, so they're then not riding the buses either. Yeah, that's also true. You spelled Dystoburbs wrong. Oh, no. When it's spelt with a Y, that means it's buses. You just made that up. I did. Okay, but at the top of the tree, of course, we've still got 12 million quid coming in from the power line. The Enigmatic is doing magnificently, given how kind of shortish that line is. So I've got, there you go, the Typhoon's just broken a profit, but it's nowhere near enough to offset the running cost. Add one more station down the line, and that'll pan out nicely, especially when you put a third train on there. Right, that's going to wrap it up. I was going to do a little bit of detailing tutorial for you, but you don't deserve it. You didn't believe in this. Actually, you didn't give an opinion one way or the other. So I'm marking that down as, you didn't believe in it, and therefore you can't have your little bit of tutorial. We'll knock it on the head there for today. I might do a little bit of, just a little bit of tinkering to try and cheer this up a little bit before we press on. And if we do, we'll pick up the action there next time. However, what's coming up next? Well, it's inevitable, really. We're going to go from Gallifrey, out to Utopia, blah, 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 blah. Oh, dearie me. That's exciting. Oh, well, it might be... No, I think it's going to be Eros. Whatever, she went of her own accord. So we'll plumb that in there, hook it around onto there, and I think we might actually get through 2 next time. Do we go to Bumson, or do we go down the creek? Or do we finish in the middle at Failurewood, given that we're already servicing both sides of that quite ably? I think we have answered our own question. Good. I've been Colonel Failure. Thank you very much for watching. It's splendid to have you here. I look forward to greeting you with fervour and words in the next episode. Look at all of this lot. Yeah, that's people wanting to ride on that cross-country job. Yeah. Here comes a pacer to take you to bed, and here comes a chopper to chop off your head. Thanks for watching. Cheerio.